Now, just as of recent, I revealed to some of you guys, some of my subscribers, that my goal in 2025, as far as total monthly dividend income, which was $8,500 per month on average, has now changed to $10,000 total monthly dividend income. That's my new goal, which is going to be much harder to achieve. Now, the reason I changed my goal is because I do think that I'm going to be able to achieve $8,500 total monthly dividend income, sort of simply because I did as of recently add a small position of MISTI to my portfolio, as well as some different ultra high yielders that I actually am very bullish on long term. Now, of course, I could go through my portfolio, rebalance some of my lower yielding positions, and buy some ultra high yielders and reach that today or tomorrow, but I don't want to do that. I want to do this a slow and steady way and stick with super high quality index based, for the most part, dividend focused ETFs that are going to grow over time, pay me income consistently, and even do it so tax efficiently. Now, all this to say that if you want to see the 7 dividend ETFs that I plan on buying like crazy in order to achieve my goal in 2025 now of $10,000 per month in dividend income, that honestly sounds even crazy to say. Well, then make sure to stick around, drop a like down below, and let's get right into the first ETF. My A to Z dividend investing ebook has helped countless dividend investors get started with their journey. And my custom dividend tracker that I'm constantly using here on the channel has also helped so many investors stay on track and allow them to see their dividend income in real time. Well, today I have another treat for you guys. I'm not only going to offer you my A to Z dividend investing ebook and the custom dividend tracker, but also just for a short limited time, I'm going to be adding in my brand new weekly dividend blueprint ebook to show you how you can get started with weekly dividend ETFs and add this into your investing strategy. This offer is not going to last long, so go ahead and click the first link down below in my description, and you're going to get both ebooks and the custom dividend tracker bundle. But like I said, please act fast because this won't be around for long. Now let's get back into the video. So the first income focused ETF that I plan on buying a lot more of in 2025, which will definitely help me achieve my goal hopefully, or at least get close to the $10,000 per month mark, is QDVO, the Amplify CWP Growth and Income ETF. Now this ETF is relatively new, but I absolutely love the way this ETF is built. I love what it has to offer. Let's dig into it. It says, why invest in a QDVO? It offers growth and high income potential. The ETF offers exposure to super high quality growth focused single stocks, but then with that sells cover calls and individual names. You can see some Tesla calls, you can see some Nvidia calls. So by doing so, you're getting exposure to some ultra growth names, but also a ton of income potential. Now QDVO as of right now is offering a distribution rate of 11% more or less, and at least as far as the last few payouts, they've been pretty massive, around 20 to 22 cents per share per month. Now with an 11% distribution rate, it's not going to take millions upon millions of dollars to add a lot of forward monthly dividend income, so this ETF, which does pay out monthly, is definitely going to continue to be on my daily buy list. It already has for a while. I'm going to grab a lot more QDVO in 2025. The next ETF that I've already been buying like crazy, you guys know this, but I'm going to continue to do so because of the 12% distribution rate and because of what this ETF has to offer, is ticker symbol SPYI, or the NEOS S&P 500 High Income ETF. Now, as a lot of you guys know by this point, this ETF offers S&P 500 exposure, but through an option high income strategy. The ETF offers consistent distributions, pretty consistent at least, of around 50 cents more or less on average since inception. Now, because this ETF costs around $50 per share, that means for every more or less $100 that you spend, you're adding about $1 monthly to your passive income that forward month. Now, as of right now, I currently have around 1,200 shares more or less of this ETF, and my longer term goal in 2025 or even 2026 would be to get to around 2,000 shares of this ETF, because at that point, based off of the most recent distributions, that's around $1,000 per month in income. Not to mention this ETF also pays income very tax efficiently. Side note guys, if you want to see a deep dive into any one of these ETFs, check out some other videos. That's all I talk about on this channel. But SPYI will definitely help me get a lot closer to my goal of $10,000 per month. I'm still getting used to saying $10,000 per month. It just feels weird. And this ETF, along with the other NEOS ETFs, have become very popular in the dividend income community. Now, another ETF that I've been buying a little bit here and there, but I'm probably going to start going a little bit deeper into my pockets for, is OMAH, or the VistaShares Target 15 Berkshire Select Income ETF. Now, this ETF buys into some of the largest holdings in Berkshire Hathaway, or BRK.B. So by buying into OMAH, you're getting exposure to some really high quality names. Berkshire Hathaway itself, you're getting exposure to American Express. Again, much more growth focused names, but of course with the use of options, this ETF targets a 15% distribution rate. Now, OMAH has only paid out a few distributions so far, but they're right on target, so this ETF also could be a huge help in boosting my income significantly this year with a relatively small amount of money invested. The next ETF I plan on buying a lot more of, if of course I do want to hit that goal of $10,000 per month on average, is going to be the NEOS Nasdaq 100 High Income ETF, QQQI, which, another side note here, this is probably one of the favorite ETFs I've seen across the community, especially as of recently. Comment down below if you guys own any of this one. But this ETF offers exposure to the NASDAQ 100, but then with options offers a 14% more or less distribution rate, and has basically trailed the Qs over the same time frame it's been trading, as far as total return goes. Now this ETF pays out on average around 60 cents per share per month, so you are getting a little bit more yield because of course the NASDAQ 100 has higher implied volatility. Now this also means that with around $100 invested, you're adding around $1, maybe $1.20 of forward income monthly to your portfolio, which again is going to help significantly, especially if I want to reach that $1,000 goal. So far all the ETFs I've talked about are super high quality in my opinion, which again is what I'm trying to do here. I'm not trying to just stack upon a ton of ultra high yielders, but another super high quality one of my favorites is GPIQ. This ETF is very similar to a lot of other NASDAQ 100 premium income ETFs, but of course they all have their own individual strategies. But in short, this ETF offers once again NASDAQ 100 exposure through a premium income strategy and has offered investors around 11% yield over the past 12 months or so. So again, another ETF offering a nice solid starting yield and an ETF that's offered juicy distributions to investors. This is yet another one that's on my daily buy list. I will definitely be trying to buy a lot more of this one, especially if we see some more volatility in the markets. Now, if we want to reach $10,000 per month on average, we are going to have to dip our toes into some ultra high yielders, some high quality ones though, in my opinion at least. BTCI, the NEOS Bitcoin high income ETF, is going to continue to be on my daily buy list. This, of course, for me personally, is never going to be a massive part of my portfolio, just because Bitcoin's a bit too volatile for what I'm looking for. But I do like this ETF a lot, at least as of so far. A 28% distribution rate. How in the world do they do that? Well, Bitcoin is pretty volatile. Now the distributions for this ETF are around $1.51, $1.25, $1.33. I mean, the distributions are juicy to say the least. We're talking like 2% paid back per month with this one. I mean, as of right now, investors are going to get paid back all of their initial investment with this one just in a few years, again, based off the current distributions. Now again, just to be completely transparent, this ETF is going to be a smaller position compared to the other ones in my portfolio, but this one has been great so far. It is on my daily buy list. Now, if I want to reach that 10K, I'm going to need a little bit more Bitcoin exposure. I think because of the implied volatility, this is going to give my portfolio a chance to generate a ton of cash flow. Which brings me to the last ETF, BITY, or the Amplified Bitcoin 2% monthly option income strategy ETF, which is going to be the final position that's not only going to really boost the yield of my portfolio, but also, like I said earlier, help me get to that $10,000 a month goal. Now again, if you guys want to see me go deep into any of these names, I talk about them all the time on my channel. I do individual videos breaking down all these. But this ETF has a target of 24% annual option premium income. So again, you're seeing a massive potential of cash flow with a relatively small amount of money invested. So there we have it. Those are several different ETFs ranging from around 11% yield upwards to almost 30% yield that I'm going to be adding to my portfolio even more over the next several months. Now, I personally do like some of those names a little bit more than others, and you're probably going to see that within my portfolio because I hold a lot more of some versus others. All to say that if you guys want to see my journey, my process of trying to build my portfolio the clean and safe way to $10,000 per month in total dividend income, well, then make sure to subscribe because I will be keeping you guys updated with everything. Now, before you guys go, I do want to hear from you down below. Out of all those ETFs, which is your personal favorite and why? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.